We have an exciting announcement here with the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Niece Motorsports today announces a new chapter in its storied history. Josh Morris, CEO of DQS Solutions and Staffing, along with Greg Fowler, the CEO of JF Electric and Family, have joined forces to become majority owners of the race team. While their companies have long supported Niece Motorsports as sponsors, this personal investment marks a deeper commitment to the team's future. Niece Motorsports will continue to compete under its established name, building on a foundation of performance, passion, and growth built by founder Al Niece. As part of this transition, key leadership roles with the organization have been elevated. Cody Efall has been named president and CEO, while Amanda Efall will take on the role of chief marketing officer, a move that formalizes the hands-on leadership both have already brought to the team's day-to-day operations over the past decade. Phil Gould, Niece Motorsports' longest tenured and winningest crew chief, has been promoted to director of competition, where he will oversee the performance and the coordination of all the race teams. And yes, Phil will remain as a crew chief as well. To talk about the announcement, we are joined here today by Cody Efall, the CEO and president of Niece Motorsports, Josh Morris, the CEO of DQS Solutions and Staffing, Cody Darr, the EVP of Finance for JF Electric, and then Jason Wilson, Vice President, Precision Vehicle Logistics. So Cody, can you talk about really what this announcement today means for this organization as a whole?
Got me now?
Yeah.
This announcement really just is an extension of who we are as a company, from where we've been in the past, but to build it better in the future. Al Niece and I are lucky to meet each other a decade ago. We kind of took a chance on each other, and I'm thankful for everything he did, and for myself, for everyone that's worked at Niece Motorsports. And I mean, he laid the foundation for where we are today. A lot of great people joined us along the way, but this move allows Al to kind of step away from the day-to-day, the ownership, the financial requirements, the stress of it, and still be a part of the family. I mean, we still want him at the racetrack. We still want him involved with what we do. I think that from the outset, that's what we all, was important to every one of us. Al's a likable guy. He's a great guy. He's a fatherly figure for me. A lot of wisdom come from him for me in the business world. But I think this change allows us to move forward, probably be taken a little more serious. I think we're going to have more resources. We want to compete. We want to compete at a higher level. And obviously, you guys all know it takes resources to do that. And I think with some partners here and some of their relationships, we're going to be able to put that all together and compete at a higher level.
Now, Josh, can you share why DQS decided to move from a sponsorship role to the ownership side, and what this means to you personally?
Yeah, I mean, so we met Niece a couple years ago as a sponsor, and we really fell in love with the story of Niece, right? Coming from not a whole lot of nothing, and just Al and Cody and a few others out there racing every Friday, and that's a lot how DQS started, right? We didn't have a whole lot of resources behind us, and over 5 years built a fantastic business. And so, for us, we just kind of saw a lot of ourselves in Niece Motorsports, and we wanted to continue that on. The fact that, you have drivers like Ross Chastain and that come down and race for Niece, that was important to us. That just showed how much that people respect Al and Cody here and the rest of the folks in the shop at Niece.
Now, Corey, from a business perspective, JF Electric has been on the sponsorship side for many years. What made now the right time for the Fowler family to become owners?
Sure. Yeah, I think at the beginning when Greg got into this, Greg and the family did it as a passion project. They enjoyed racing. And over time, as we've been exposed to Niece and the opportunities that presented themselves to us, I think it's grown into both a business opportunity and a passion for the family. Niece has given us the chance to meet a bunch of new clients, a bunch of new partners. It became a business opportunity for us, just like any other thing that we go out and do. It's rare when you can kind of create something that becomes something that you really enjoy and something that benefits your business. And with partners like these, I think that's what we've done.
Yeah. Well, Jason, you've been instrumental in helping build the team in operational marketing capabilities behind the scenes. But as the team grows on the internal services side, what opportunities do you see ahead?
Yeah, obviously this is a tough sport, tough game that we all play from a financial perspective. Margins are thin, or it's tough to pour resources in to be as competitive as you need to. The thought process here is to try to scale internally and then to lean backwards on some of the partners that we have in Detroit, both in the supplier base and with the OEMs directly. Obviously, General Motors or Chevrolet being our biggest customer, we have the opportunity at this platform to be able to work with some of the partners in the garage to come up with better solutions to be able to serve our customers better. So, not only internal scale, but to be able to lean on what we do Monday through Friday, to be able to represent Chevrolet and General Motors well Friday through Sunday.
Well, we're going to open up the floor to some questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless microphone to you. Let's start here with Matt Weaver.
Matt Weaver, Sporting News. For any of you guys who want to answer, I guess. Obviously, this Truck Series platform, this specific truck has been around for a long time, but a lot of people, you guys clearly see a future in this model, this program too. So I'm curious, what makes the Truck Series so attractive for all of you guys, and what do you see the future of the Truck Series being as it pertains to you guys being a part of it long term?
Yeah, obviously it's a barrier of entry right into NASCAR. It's the first developmental series, so obviously from a cost perspective, it's a little bit lighter than racing on Sunday or racing on Saturday, but it still lends to the same platform to be able to gain partners, to be able to gain relationships, to again be able to take them backwards, to be able to serve our customers, and to attract different customers. I've been a fan of the sport for a long time, and I always thought that there was a disconnect between Detroit and Charlotte for some reason, and I could never understand why, or it wasn't as robust as what I thought it should be. My goal here would be to try to turn that faucet on and try to create a bigger connection back to Detroit with the relationships that we have with the OEM and the supplier base. And so for that reason, the platform itself lends to be able to give us that opportunity to create partnerships and to represent our customers.
Next to Jacob, then the Bob.
Jacob Seelman, Race Face Digital. I've got two. First, Cody, was it an easy decision, and how important was it, given Al's legacy over 10 years with this team, to keep the Niece Motorsports name going forward, even as he takes a step back?
I mean, none of this was an easy decision. We've worked on this for probably 12 to 15 months trying to put this all together. Al went back and forth on this several times, and it's hard for him to let go. It was hard for me because it's going to be a change of, who I call every day, even though I am still going to call Al every day. But as far as keeping the name, that is one thing that, this group all said that has to stay the same, right? And to hit on the blue-collar workforce that we are at Niece, that name is blue-collar. Al's blue-collar. He's a self-made man. So that was an easy decision. But no, it's been tough. I've cried about it. We've spent nights at the dinner table, with Amanda and myself, the kids. Should we do this? Shouldn't we do this? Do I push Al in this direction? Like, it's hard. But it's in a better spot. I do believe that. He's still going to be around. He's still going to be part of it. I hope this eases any kind of burden on him, and he can show up and enjoy it. And I know he hates he's not here. He's looking forward to being here, and he will be. I mean, there's not a bigger Ross Chastain fan than Al Niece, and I guarantee you that. So it's important that he's a part of this. It's important that Ross is a part of this. So it was not easy.
With so many of the pieces in the organization staying the same, do you guys view this, for anybody that wants to answer, as hopefully a relatively seamless transition as far as keeping the on-track performance that you guys have built?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be better, right? It's hard to call your shot, right? It's such a competitive sport, but I think Josh and Jason and Corey and the Fowler family, they want to perform, right? They don't want to. We all know that there's a battle on the financial side in this sport right now, and it takes money and resources to run good on track. I feel that have been efficient at our place. I've had a lot of people, colleagues in the sport, tell us that Niece is very efficiently ran. And I ain't saying they're going to come in here and just throw money at it, right? Like, that's not the goal. It's stuff that Jason talked about, scaling and making that bridge to Detroit and bringing partners in and getting them excited about this. I think we're going to have more resources to compete at a higher level. That's my goal. That's part of why it was a tough decision. Could we have continued on? Maybe. I think the other option was probably we wouldn't exist as a company. We're going to do better. I've already seen it. We've already made changes internally. The competition, I feel like as a whole, are 3 trucks, now 4 this weekend. We're going to run 4 for the majority of the rest of the season. As a whole, they're running better. They're more competitive. You see it. You go through the garage. You can see that there's something going on at Niece, which I'm proud of. I feel it in the shop. So, there's a trajectory here that we're on that Josh has given us, that he's pushing me on. He's challenging me every day now, and I'm loving it. Like, I am, because I probably got complacent for a while. So I do think it's going to be a uptick in performance moving forward.
We'll go next to Bob.
Bob Hockers, Fox Sports. I guess it's for Cody, but I'm curious what does this mean as far as how many trucks you plan to field in 2026?
I've always said 3 is the right number, just from a workforce number, overall finances. I see us being probably around the 4 number. We tried 5 years ago. It's incredibly hard. I don't think you can produce 5 quality teams that can win races out of one shop. Just the labor force in the industry is not there to support that. I would like it to be 3. But I could see it being 4 if there's a lot of attention. There's a lot of people calling right now. That goes along with what I said about people to see something going on here. So we'll see where that's at. I don't have a nail it down 3 or 4, but they're going to be quality. How's that?
Do we have any additional questions? Well, gentlemen, congratulations on the announcement. Oh, do we have another one? There we go. Way in the back. Yeah, that guy.
Does this mean I still have a job?
Yes. Okay. Can you run a full season for us?
Patience.
We have a joke Ross always tells me when he's done with everything he's going to accomplish in Cup, to make sure I keep the lights on so he can come back and do this. It's something I want to make happen. It's a guarantee that I want to provide for him. Because without that guy and Al, this wouldn't be here.
Fantastic.